forgive me for asking, but what are you doing in this store? Yes, correct. It is a game store. So perhaps you would like to tell me why you are interrupting me playing a game. Thank you. Look, can't you tell that I'm trying to juggle around doing my work, running this game store, and playing my game as well? What do you want that's so important that you need to disturb me whilst I'm playing my game? You do know that this is a game store, do you not? And what do you get in game stores? Correct. And what do you play in game stores? Games. What I'm playing now. Okay, so perhaps you would like to let me play my game store, my game in my game store. Okay, and you can take that 1,000-mile long distance stare of yours, which is incredibly off-putting and displeasing to look at, direct it somewhere else in the store, and then I can be with you momentarily. Okay, 1 second. I'm trying to play online with other colleagues here. Okay, just let them know that I've been rudely interrupted by. Are you a gamer? Do you like games, nerdy things? You don't look like one. No, I don't know what you quite look like, to be honest, but a gamer is not one of them. Gamers are highly renowned people around in this area. Okay, that's rudely interrupted. Okay, right, that's that there. Okay, so if you would like to listen just a little bit, I don't know, direct your stare to some games behind me, take a look at the selection of PlayStation 4 games, or perhaps you'd like to listen to our relaxing ambience that we have here in this game store. We try and keep everything really nice and relaxed for you. So, you know, if you look around that, if gamers want to come in and have some peace and quiet without people disturbing them, then they can do. And if the game gets a little bit intense, then they've got a relaxing environment to come out in, and perhaps want to purchase something a little bit better, or come to talk to me about games, about software, things like that. You know what gaming people meant to do, not just do what you have done and just sort of stand there, sort of appear out of nowhere like a ghost and just sort of look at me. That's not how we do things in this game store. That is not game store etiquette, I'm afraid. Okay, so as you rudely interrupted me, I shall continue playing. Not that I consider this rude at all. Just listen a little bit to the sound of my gameplay and this relaxing shop store ambience we have selected personally for you. Idiots standing here unwelcomed. Oh no, that's not you. That's someone else who's been standing here and interrupted me. I cannot continue playing this game whilst you're there. No offense, but you really aren't what I want to be looking at right now when I'm trying to concentrate. Oh my goodness. What is it that you want that is so important that you must disturb me from enjoying my game playing there? Sorry, let me start again. That game has really got my gripe a little bit. Please just sort of come to me and just, introduce yourself. Make your presence be heard in the store. Then I could acknowledge you, okay? With the appropriate acknowledgements, right? Hello there. I shall be with you momentarily. I'm just finishing this email here, and I'll be able to serve you with your every need. Good afternoon, or good evening, and what can I help you with today? See, if you act like a normal human being, then I'm able to treat you like a normal human being as well, and we can interact properly with one another, and you can enjoy your experience here in the game store. Okay, so what is it that you have come in here for today? I noticed that you brought something with you. Okay, I think I know what that is. Okay, right on. I beg your pardon, you purchased that somewhere else? You purchased a PlayStation 4 console from another place and not this game store. But this is the only game store here, and if anyone was looking for games, consoles, controllers, anything of that nature, nerdy culture, then they would come to me at the game store. And you have not come to the game store, but you've got a PlayStation, so I'm not sure how that works out. I'm not sure. Let me have a look in my rule book here, see if I can actually serve you and treat you properly. Rude person, deceitful customer, what to do, appropriate behavior. But it turns out that I can serve you. Okay, so what is it that you want with that PlayStation? Oh, well, of course, yes. I would be exactly in the same predicament and feeling as you are, slightly disconcerted whether you actually purchased an appropriate real PlayStation 4 and you haven't actually just picked up some knockoff one. By the looks of it, that you probably have actually picked up a knockoff one. Someone like you, just with that slight off disposition, it looks like they're quite prone to making those kind of, shall we say, noob mistakes. Forgive me, noob is something that we would call someone like you, an imbecilic, rookie, beginner player. So if you were playing games, you would probably just be camping or something. Let me give you an example. So you'll be playing your game, and you'll just be button mashing, or you'll be camping in the corner, waiting for the opportune moment. Something along those lines. A noob. Very unfamiliar in the gaming world. Okay, so you bought that. You'd like me to take a look for you? Well, of course I can take a look for you. But first, let me take your name. Have you actually been in this store before? You can't remember. So you'd like me to have a look at that PlayStation, check that it's actually an official PlayStation 4 and it's eligible for playing games, no doubt. Silly you. And you purchased it without any controllers. Do you know much about game controllers or anything? Like from a scale of 1 to 10, 10 being the highest, how much would you know about game controllers? A 1. Interesting. Okay, and you know the difference between controllers, like Wii controllers, like Nintendo Wii, Xbox controllers, PlayStation, you wouldn't be able to tell the difference. Well, that is quite fascinating. Well, of course, I'll be able to help you with your game controller predicament there. I know everything there is to know about game controllers, and no doubt you would like to get some controllers to use with and actually use that, let's just say, pretend PlayStation for now, but actually play games and have a purpose for it, as opposed to just having a console with no controllers. Well, I'm afraid that's what you get when you go and buy consoles which aren't from a game store like this. Now, if I was to sell you a game console, what was your name again? You said you have been in it. I do recognize your face, but unfortunately you have one of those looks that you also forget, so bit strange. Oh yes, no, I do remember. I do remember you. Yes, horrible name. Oh, ghastly. Yes. You haven't been here in our store for quite some time, have you? Okay, no, that will not do. Well, if you were purchasing that console from the store, then we could have offered you. What did you pay for that? Oh dear, that was a slightly bit too much, wasn't it? Well, we could have offered you here the same price with a controller and a choice of games, so probably one from the stack that you see behind me there. Or if you paid slightly more, you could have got a discount on a second controller should you wish to play with friends, but something tells me that you're not the type of person who has those kind of things, you know, friends, people who wish to interact with you on this. There are more people like you, are there? Are there more people like you? Well, I certainly hope not. Let's hope not, eh? Okay. Yes, I think that's all the discount offers that we could have offered you there. But still, a lot better than that deal there. So, if you were a regular customer, you would be able to indulge in such luxuries as these offers here. But something else, because you haven't been in the store for quite some time, we do actually have a membership scheme now, and if you want to become a member, that allows you access to talk to me, and it's only a small fee you have to pay for this membership. So if you'd like me to help you today, all you've got to do is pay. How much have you got on you now? Is that it? Well, £5. If you pay £5 membership, and then I'm able to grant you access to all the gaming knowledge that I know, all the controller knowledge, and check your PlayStation, and probably find you some controllers, which is what you seek. Okay, perfect. Yes. Okay, so if you just give me that £5 there, and let me just put it in the system there. Okay, yep, that £5 there. Thank you very much. Oh yeah, that's all fine. Yeah, okay, I'll pop it in the system now. See, I'm popping it in the system. It's being popped into the system. It's popping into the system now. Your £5 membership fee. Okay, so I can now help you. Congratulations, you're now an exclusive member here at the game store, and I'm able to help you with your queries today, and you're able to have extra access to me. Right, okay, why don't we begin if I take a look at that PlayStation console of yours there. Okay. So there are a few things which we can do primarily to find out and determine if this is actually a legitimate PlayStation 4 console. The first thing is the sound of it. So if you just listen to the sound of this, and you'll be able to determine what a PlayStation 4 sounds like. It's got a very specific and unique sound, with this textured cover that it has, this case. Okay, so you just listen nice and quietly. Me so far, it sounds just like a PlayStation 4. So I'm quietly confident that this is a PlayStation 4. We'll just check that it has all the things it has. So the power button, and the disc eject button as well. All sounds perfect. Okay. So that's all fine. Then we check. It's got the fans on the side there. Okay, and the fan grills again on the side here as well. Okay. And then at the back we should have the power here. And then we should have an HDMI. Yeah, and then the auxiliary, okay, and the Ethernet port there as well. So all the ports are correct. Everything looks correct in there as well. Okay, yeah. And there's a couple of USBs ports at the front there, so you're able to simultaneously charge controllers at the same time. So I'm quite confident that here you actually, and luckily for you, purchase a proper PS4 console. Okay, so it is some controllers that you wish to purchase. Okay, that's something I can help you with, especially with your membership now. You have access to these things, and you said that you have little knowledge on controllers, PlayStation controllers, etc, etc. Little knowledge. Okay, well, perhaps you'd like to tell me what sort of knowledge you have whilst I just do a little bit of game store work here. Okay. Right. So, by the sounds of it, you don't actually know what controllers you need, but you're interested in sort of having the standard PlayStation controllers, but you want different ones for your friends. Okay, so if there are two of you playing, what, anyone would want to play with you? I don't know why. I can't imagine that would be any sort of fun whatsoever, but it beats me. And okay, so you'd like something interactive, and but all PlayStation, official PlayStation 4 stuff, of course. That's the only things we stock here. Okay. Okay. So, well, let me begin with some absolutely brand new controllers which I've got here. And now the first one which we have here is this PlayStation 4 controller. And this is the contrast white controller, so it's contrast to the standard black. So let me just talk you through these controllers just in case you don't know. You might not know. After all, you are a bit of a noob. Okay, a bit of a noob master, no doubt. Okay, so this controller is the standard PlayStation controller. It's wireless and can connect to your PlayStation for you to play with. It requires charging through a micro USB port there. The buttons that you have are R2, L2, L1, R1. Okay, so these would be kind of your action buttons, throttle, acceleration, Okay, like I said, these are all brand new, so I'd like to make sure these are tested. And we don't keep these brand new ones in the box. We just keep the old ones that we use in boxes. The brand new ones just come like this, of course, and definitely haven't been touched or used by any of us in the store. Okay. Okay. Then we have the arrow buttons here. This is for selecting menu choices, you know, things in the game. Select away for more precise than the toggles here on the joysticks, and use these for directional purposes, up, down, left, right. Okay. And then we have the main buttons here, so X, square, circle, and triangle there as well. So these are all different buttons that you use mid-game. Okay, and then the middle bit is a touchpad. Here we have the option button here, so the share button, sorry, so you hold that down, you could screenshot your gameplay or record yourself, but I'm quietly confident no offense, is going to want to watch you play a game. I mean, it just makes me tired even thinking about it. And then the options button there. Okay, let me just check that for you. Okay, so would you like this controller? And I'll add it to your basket here. It's not a virtual basket, an actual basket here. Okay, brilliant. And because you've got that membership fee, I'm able to offer you a special discount. Okay, a super discount. No problem. It will be reflected on your receipt at the end. Okay, so you can see what sort of super savings you're going to be making with your super discount. Okay, so that's one controller there for you. So you said you wanted two controllers. Okay, brand new official PlayStation controllers. Okay, so another controller which you might be interested in is this one here. This is a very brand new special controller which we just got in. This is so new, they haven't even come up with the illustrations on the box yet. That's how brand new it is. We're testing it, and some lucky customers are able to use this for their PlayStation 4s to take back and play some games and be the first to use these controllers. Okay, this is how new it is. I've been lucky enough to get a batch of these for lucky customers such yourself. You're part of our membership scheme. Okay, so why don't we take a look at this? You said that you wanted official PlayStation controllers, and this, like I said, is the brand new PlayStation 4 controller that is most definitely compatible with your PlayStation 4. Now, this controller is a very special controller. Let me just show you, or you can listen to the sound first. like I said, this is an exceptionally great controller. So this is an interactive controller, so if you're going to be wanting to run around, really get into it, move your hands about, and use that emotion to be captured in the game as well, that the technology will go with your movements as well, your hand movements, and the buttons on here allow you to use the conventional buttons that you would on your conventional PlayStation 4 controller, but these ones are extra special because you can move your hands around and swing around with this virtual experience. So like I said, this is compatible, this is for PlayStation 4, exceptionally specially made. And what you can do is you plug that in the bottom there, and then this wire extends out and you're able to use it interactively. So the buttons you have there are your action buttons there, so if you were shooting something or using your lightsaber, swinging your lightsaber around like that, or if you're aiming for something, driving something, okay, something like that, perhaps you play Mario Kart or something of that nature, or you're just sort of into it or playing a sport, you know, this will allow you to do that. It's very exciting, but of course comes with a price, but let me continue talking about it. So we have the C and Z buttons. Now the C and Z buttons are notoriously known in the PlayStation community. Everyone knows C and Z. Okay, so these are the C buttons and Z buttons, the action buttons, and then we don't have one there. The A, of course you wanted the A there, so that's your menu select. We have the power button at the top there. Okay, at the top. Okay, and then we have the home menu, and then volume buttons there, so you can access it all via your controller quite spontaneously. So we've got your home and volume buttons there, and then the 1 and 2 buttons, of course. 1 and 2 are well known as C and Z there, so 1, 2, CZ. You'll get the grips of this. But what's great with this controller is because this is so brand new and so officially PlayStation 4 that they've added a protective silicone case here for your controller, so just in case that you might break it or something, then you're able to have this protective case in there to look after your controller as you're playing around and getting really into it. It also has a strap here. You could strap it on your wrist if you want to be extra careful. Okay, so this is a little bit pricey, but of course it's officially PlayStation 4 stuff. Okay, let me just pop that silicone back on the controller like so. Perfect. There we go. So that's that. Let me just look up the price for you. This is something that you might be interested in. Okay. Okay. So, yes, it's a little bit expensive, but shall I add it to your list? Well, with the super discount savings that you're going to make collectively, it will come up in the receipt. Shall I add it? Perfect. You won't be disappointed with this. Just so you know that we've checked it as well, so it should all be perfectly fine, you know, for playing. But there is a no refund policy with these, just because they're so brand new. So if you want to get these, like I said, these are the first out. You'll be the first to have them, but you won't be able to refund them because, you know, they're not officially out yet. Okay, so how does that sound for you? Is it something I can take it out of your basket if you want? Is it very good? I'm very impressed. I didn't think that you would be into gaming whatsoever just by the looks of you. You just don't look like the sort. No offense, but you are impressing me with your decisions today. So let me get this all packaged up for you there. And there's one more couple of things which you might be interested in. Okay, because you've been a great customer so far. Okay. the super discount savings, I'm sure, all cooking at the end. Okay, so there's another controller which I think that you might be interested in. Now, this is brand new technology as well. We're a very up-to-date store. You know, people like to continuously get all the brand new things, and this is just in. And nobody, I repeat, nobody has used this controller whatsoever. Not at all. No one has touched this controller, so you would be the very first. Because of that, there is just a little bit of an extra price added on there, but you will thank me for it when you're able to use it. Now, this particular controller here, it's PlayStation 4. Let me say, it doesn't officially say it on here, but everything is official. Don't worry, it's all official. And this PlayStation 4 controller enables you to have your phone on here, and you will connect your PlayStation to your phone, and you can play your PlayStation games using your phone as a monitor. And this is an official PlayStation 4 controller, which just flips up, attach your phone to it. You have a connection between your phone and controller and your PlayStation. Okay, so would you like to take a look at that? Good. Well, considering that you have zero knowledge on controllers, I must say that you are impressing me an awful lot, that you seem to be picking it up very well. Well, because I'm taking extra good care of you, I want to make sure that someone like a noob like yourself isn't going to get stitched up at all the generic or other game stores at here, that you will get the best kind of experience and the most amount of informative information presented to you to make the right decisions and get what you need so you can go home and play the games that you've got. Okay, so that's all the official bits, all the very official things. So this controller is an exceptionally special controller. Okay, so we have the Y, even though that's slightly different to the other PlayStation controller. Like all the PlayStation people know that with the headset and the phone and this style of computer you have, it's a little bit different to have a Y and then B, X and A buttons, classic PlayStation buttons. Okay, let me just check them all there for you. They all sound pretty great to me. Okay, brilliant. Okay, and then we have our joystick buttons. Now don't be alarmed that they're not adjacent to one another. They're slightly diagonally placed, but this is all for your gaming experience. So you're able to sort of hold it. Say if you're using a gun or something like that, you sort of hold it like that, and the joystick's meant to kind of replicate that as well. So let me get my phone for an example for you there. So all you do is plop your phone there. Say you're playing your PlayStation, you wanted to have a bath or something, and you just really wanted to play your games. You could take this controller into the bath and you can continue playing your games. I don't know, maybe something disgusting like you go in the toilet, what you would suggest or something like that. But yes, effectively you could do that with this as well. So if you want to listen to what a great sound this makes, it's music to anyone's ears, of course. All us gamers just love these sort of sounds. It's very therapeutic, as well as being in this game store and you're able to listen to our sort of radio ambience we have in our store here, just to make all of you gamers and nerds feel comfortable, relaxed, and when you're in my presence as well, you're able to discuss, talk about nerdy things, feel comfortable, listen to sounds. It's all about just having a good time and not being stitched over, you know, the other game stores. That's not our policy here for our proper gaming members. Okay. So we have our action buttons here, R2, L2, R1, L1. Okay. And then the joystick buttons here. Okay. all sounds fine. We're just checking the mechanisms with the buttons, make sure all the springs work fine. Perfect. Yeah. Okay. So, is this something that you'd like to be interested in as well? Unfortunately, it does have the same policy as the previous Red controller, but because you're being extra great and you're interested in this as well as purchasing the Red one as well and the PlayStation controller, then hopefully I'm able to throw you in an accessory as well if should you wish to purchase this. Is this something that you'd like? Brilliant, brilliant. Okay, I see that you'd like to take your gaming exceptionally seriously. That is very impressive, and I feel very impressed actually with all of your gaming knowledge and intuitive decisions that you were taking today. Bravo to you, of course. Okay, so this, you can play all your games with it. It does have a bit of a pricey thing, but like the box states, it's a brand new thing that PlayStation have sent directly to us, and you are able to reap the benefits of your membership there. Okay, and only just £5. And £5 every time you enter the store. Okay. Okay. So once again, this is non-refundable, but I assure you will work perfectly on your PlayStation 4. Okay. So, is this something you would like? Are you sure? Brilliant. Okay. Like I said, no one's used this at all whatsoever. Perfectly new. I'll just have to use a different one. So let me get that boxed up for you. Sounds perfectly great to me. Okay, so we'll add that to your card. Yes, quite a bit. PlayStation controllers and things do cost a little bit, but it's a one-off purchase. Like, you won't need it again once you've got it. You're all set, you know. Okay. Well, because you've been quite a good customer with us today, I would like to offer you this, and this is a little accessory to play with your PlayStation controller, and it's a steering wheel shaped steering wheel, and this is for that sort of interactive experience when you're racing games, and it provides that extra grip of your thing. So, like I said, official PlayStation 4 things, PS4, 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 PS4. So you know that it's very official. Need I say it anymore? Okay. So let me just get that out for you and I'll show you. What we have here is the steering wheel, and this is made of high quality plastics, and definitely not cheap old plastic that you just picked up in a crappy warehouse or anything like that. It's being manufactured there. No, this is official PlayStation plastic. Okay, and what you do is you just get the cover bit here, you put it through the holes there, so it creates that there. Okay, and I'll just get my black controller because it goes a little bit better. Okay, so this is a controllers here. I mean one of the brand new controllers here, not my controller, one of the brand new ones, like your white one. Okay, so what we do, we just open up the compartment for that. We slot the controller in like so. Then simply put down the back of the case. And secure it into place, and it's as simple as that. So now you're able to race, and if you have motion sensors capturing your movements, you're able to race as if you're almost racing with an actual steering wheel, which can be exceptionally beneficial when you're playing games and PlayStation games. So this looks really good. This is a really great accessory to have whilst you're playing racing games or anything really that requires you flying something or anything like that. That just gives you that extra immersive experience. Okay, and this is for being a great customer today. But of course I would like to offer you this. This is not what I usually offer to normal people, but there's something about you, I don't know what it is, there's something about you which I don't like, there's something about you which I do like. Okay, so this is why I'd like to put this in the do like section and offer you this little accessory here. Okay, so if we just like to check that this is all compatible, so as you're clicking on the buttons and playing with everything here, that you know that your steering wheel is going to remain intact and be really great fun for you for playing. Okay, so you know, turning around like that, turning around like that. Okay, so that's that, and this is what I'd like to give to you. Okay, I'll just pop that out, get it all packaged up for you and ready to go. So is there anything else which I can help you with your visit here at the game store? Anything whatsoever? Okay, well, we appear to have quite a nice collection of items here for you. So being a gaming controller expert, that I'm able to help you with all of your needs today quite easily, and I hope that everything that you've got and purchased, let's not forget your PlayStation controller and all of your PlayStation controllers. Okay, so everything here that will pop down there, so you can just swipe your cards down there. The receipt will come up on the screen down there. Okay, so like I said, just a little bit pricey, but it's going to be absolutely worth it for your PlayStation experience. And so I'm just updating the computer here, telling the system that we're going to have an official PlayStation gamer with us. Okay, you should be exceptionally proud of yourself and your purchase today. Like I said, no refunds for anything, so please don't come back in the shop with the items because you'll be wasting your time as well as mine, but you won't have any of those problems whatsoever unless you are not a good enough gamer to get the items to work. But I'm quietly confident that you know what you're doing now. Okay, I have a lot of admiration for what you're about to accomplish, no doubt, with your games. So I hope that you've really enjoyed your experience here in the game store, and this is the place to come and get all of your games, like all the PlayStation games, official games, nerdy stuff, talk to nerds, relax in our ambience, listen to all the sounds of the gaming things. It's something incredibly satisfying and relaxing about all the sounds. So all of those good things you can experience here. Okay, and of course me, you can ask me and talk to me anything whenever you enter the store with a £5 entrance fee. Okay, and you could come chat to me via the £5 entrance fee, and we can discuss anything that's on your mind, any questions you need answered, because of course I'm a controller gaming console expert, so I'm here to help you. Okay, help you with whatever you need. Perfect. Well, it wasn't so much of a pleasure to speak to you to begin with, but I think after your visit here today, I think you've been here for quite some time now. We're able to go through things, and hopefully you got some valuable information about controllers now, and you've enjoyed yourself, and you found it relaxing, and just felt good about the process, okay, knowing that you've been taken care of and not stitched over. Brilliant. Okay, so you can be gone now, and please purchase your items down there and just swipe your card, okay? My colleague will take it down for you. Okay, I'll go from there for now. Take care, cheerio. Hello there. Yeah, I've shifted all of those crappy, useless controllers to this stupid customer, and they come down to pay now. So if you can quickly go and grab their payment for them and just shift them out the shop,